hello, and welcome. Well, we are here for Stint number 2. I was literally just streaming Stint number 1, so I can give you all the lowdown on everything that just happened. Well, Beneval took the victory at Circuit de South for the first stint here. And I am going to show you actually quickly, because we've got a bit of an opportunity. We're in a bit of downtime here. Also waiting. Let's go. Oh, I want to show you the car. I'm waiting for just 2 more drivers. So I think just quickly regulations. Okay. Bit annoyed at my car. I want it to be all on 100. Oh. And tires can only be softs. I'll show you my little car. Oh, I can't have cones. Right, we'll just show you because we've got a little bit of downtime here. We're just waiting for people, and I can just quickly change it any time. So we'll just quickly go to the track just so I can show you this banging livery, which we never got to race. It's a great looking car. It's a very nice black. Looks very beautiful. Yeah, I can't. Why have I not got a side thingy? Yeah, as you can see, it looks absolutely beautiful. It's very nice and pink. It does look very good on the sides too. So yeah, that's a livery I was going to be running in this competition, and I literally cannot drive without assist. So this is the livery I was going to run. If I, oh, can I not like go in a Beneval? Hurt like hell. I use a controller. Unlucky. Well, I will now leave because I'm not supposed to be racing. I just thought I'd show you the livery. In fact, I can actually just show you here in the change car menu. There you go. There is the very nice livery I designed there. You can see the side on looks very nice indeed. See, I do design some pretty cool custom liveries. There's the McLaren one I designed. I quite like that. You'll notice a bit of a common theme. I do like the pink on that, because if you go down, it's disabled because it's done by regulation. If I do all, I've got the CrowdStrike safety car, I've got a Super Formula looking very nice there, and the AMG GT3, and then the kart there, which all look very nice. I do love to design a good old custom livery on F1, on GT Sport. So yeah, that's exactly what I've been up to. We are waiting quite a little bit. We should be waiting quite a few minutes for this. So we'll just look at some of the. We've got Maverick here. He's on the Group 3. Someone's got a pit lane glitch. So there's out on the track. Atom Racing there. You've got, I don't know what team this is, so we'll just say they're a team. And you've got Evan, who is, well, in the team, which name I should not say. And here you go. You have the Team Stars, I believe. No, the Track Stars, sorry, my bad. You've got Holland, he's still here, Diswood's still here. You've got Wiggly Style in that beautiful McLaren car, which I love very, very much. If you were paying attention to the stream that we just had, I very much like that McLaren. Very much, indeed. Just waiting for quite a few drivers, I think. Evan's on track in that car. The Track Stars are here. The other Track Star, the Track Star B team, basically, are also here. So yeah, very, very good here. We are now here with Stint number 2, and what could possibly go wrong? A lot is the answer, as we found out in Stint number 1, and what a dramatic stint that was for sure. I think you couldn't have got much more dramatic than that. So yeah, we've certainly got quite a bit of work to do, as now we are going to hopefully get this very soon. Missing a car, apparently, according to Saint, who was just alongside me for the commentary, so he clearly knows what's going on. He's in the know, I am not in the know. Here you go. We've got some drivers on track telling that we don't have a lap time yet, but they might actually be able to get a lap time in. No, ND will be joining later. Right now he is just like basically on his way, so he will be joining me later on. It won't just be me. You aren't needed per se, because he will be joining me in just a short while. So this is all very good as of right now. But yeah, here we go. Starting soon, says Toussaint. Toussaint actually just leaving in the car which won the last race. Here you go. The race which was run by Beneval. We have 9 cars here, so now we, I believe, are ready to get underway. And Toussaint has indeed started the 3-hour race, which will come here in just a few moments. The final is about to begin. Oh, here we are for Gavra 24. It's not Stint 1, it's Stint number 2, and it will be based on the order which we saw in the last race. So there are 2 Stints starting on pole position here, with the Little Blacko starting second. Wiggly Style will start third. Holland Campion, who's doing a double stint, is fourth. TCG Evan will be fifth. He will be looking to make some moves. Diswood leading the Group 3 category. I believe he's also doing a double stint, if I'm correct. And Maverick 7th, and Antonio Ku 9th, and Tigo Gertes will start P9. And Toussaint he's gone. He is already gone, and he is trying to storm through the field, as you would expect. And here we already go, lap number 1, and Toussaint's got a penalty. Well, I said I would dig into him for being bad, and, well, I think I've got probable cause. He's got a penalty. However, he is leading away thus far. Also, Dan, I may actually need you, because I will have to eat at some point, so I'll let you know if that changes. Here we go, though. Holland is looking to get past Wiggly Style, potentially. It'll be a Dutch driver who's already done 3 hours today, and he's doing 3 more hours. So what can he do? And he is up into 3rd place here already early in this race. Some pretty good drama to kick things off, with Holland already there. Let's save fuel and slipstream. Is the advice being given? Already 19 or 20 seconds gap from P1 to P9 here, as Toussaint has built a 1.2 second gap here already, and he's holding on to that penalty. I'm surprised, I think this is almost like a strategy in GT Sport. I don't play it often, where you just hold your penalty until you make a mistake and that time disappears, which, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, Little Blacko is the nearest challenger to Toussaint as it stands, and Little Blacko is just over a second adrift as it stands. Holland Campion is currently running third, however, he is under pressure from TTG Evan, who has just got past him for third place. So Evan making good progress from where he started. He started in fifth, the bottom of his category, and now he's in that mid place in his category. However, he won't have it for long because Holland gets back down the inside after a little bit of a mistake there from Evan. So interesting from Atom Grun there, asking for his team to be disqualified. Very harsh words there, as Wrigley Style is potentially looking to get a move done on Evan. Evan was very composed in P3 for a few corners, and then it all fell away from him, so he's got quite a bit of work to do. But Little Blacko still looking very handy, just behind Toussaint, who is leading the way as it stands. But remember, Toussaint does have a little bit of a penalty still to work off over the course of that first stint. Well, as the Group 3 cars are coming up towards the end of their first lap, Toussaint's as fastest lap, a 3:25.1. It's not a bad first lap time at all. Now, Evan and I were literally just talking, just about F1 in all fairness, because we were talking about, F1, getting my post shared, because I made an F1 meme account, which was great, and I posted a meme. It was about George Russell, and by the way, there you go. The Group 3 category have officially started their gone on to the second lap. Little Blacko has a half a second penalty. Toussaint now has no penalty, which is pretty good. So pretty good start overall as it stands. So here we are looking so far, and we are not looking all too bad in the opening stages. Toussaint looking pretty good. He might get a penalty there though, a bit out of track limits I think. Does he get a penalty is the question I want to know the answer to. Doesn't appear so. He hasn't been given one thus far. Here you go, the Little Blacko half a second time penalty. Holland Campion with 0.4 on penalty, and Evan no penalty, and the Wiggly Style also no penalty. Diswood is looking good, however he has 1.4 seconds worth of penalties, and also I just realised how well I got that to rhyme. So very, very good there from me. Proud of myself for that. Only 3 cars in GR1 on the lead lap. Yep, that was how it was come the end of the first race. However, we are no longer on the first race. We are now into stint number 2, which hopefully could be even a little bit more chaotic here for the Gavra Racing 24 Hours of Le Mans. And well, this will probably extend well over 24 hours because you've got a bit of a break in between and stuff, so you could even see this extend to 21 hours, but only 24 in total race time. But you can ensure that this will all be streamed right here for all of you. Less than a second separate P1 and P2, just over a second now, and well, 1.3 between third and second as well, so very close in these early stages of the top 3, and Evan and Wiggly Style are very close on pace too. And yes, it will be longer because reasons. Exactly. You have exactly summed it up. So there we go, and well, obviously another fastest lap there for Stint, who sets a 3:21.062 on lap number 2, and he goes even faster on that particular occasion. So clearly looking very handy there is Stint in that very, very good liveried car. I really do like these cars. They are very, very nice indeed. I'm trying to see though, what are all of the teams? Because it's very good to be able to tell you all of the teams, and I don't know all of them. I can't find it. Well, we are looking pretty good. Stint already built a very good healthy lead of 2.7 seconds. Pretty good place to be this early on into the race, and might actually do very, very good, you'd think. So we'll see what happens here as we continue on. Well, Stint is surprising me, because I didn't think he would be leading the race, that's for sure. Come, well, the end of lap 3, I guess, because, well, I didn't exactly expect him to pull it off. So yeah, very interesting here. So yeah, this would be very interesting. Alright. Right. I'm keeping a bit of an eye on the gaps, seeing what exactly is happening. Stint is about to finish lap number 3. Bearing in mind, you'll see about 50 laps over the course of this race. So, yeah, pretty exciting stuff, I think. Oh. Stint is absolutely flying, 4 seconds ahead of the next best car, which is Little Blacko in the Track Stars, which is currently P2. And well, what's happening in the other one? Well, the other Track Star is leading the Group 3 series. As we are now getting into basically the thick of it, I think, really. You got some drivers who are already 2 minutes behind, as the Scout Dan is going to save my voice a little bit by joining me until ND gets here, because he can't be here for about the first hour. And as I said, I don't exactly fancy losing my voice, so hello, Dan. Right. Feel free to do some of your amazing commentary whilst I go and get a drink.
Well, I've got to do commentary for you, really. I need to load into the game anyway.
I will be back in just a moment.
does. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If not, right. Hopefully you all can hear me. Right, I need to sort this out on my end. Real clear. Actually, I'm gonna let it up my phone. But how's everyone doing? Are you all doing good? Right. Oh my god, why does it sound like I'm really rich? I'm sorry. Exhausted? Really? Well, it's not that bad if you think about it. You'd be okay, I suppose. I am putting my controller in charge, so. Right, let me go into this lobby. See what we got here, but. Okay, it's off charge actually. Alright, I'm just loading in now. But looks like everyone's doing well at the minute. 2% in first. Oh, 2% in Holland, well, Holland and Little Black. There's no Little Wheel. Holland managed to gain the position. Right, I'm gonna turn my mic down as well, just a touch. And then we'll be good to go. Right. Right. But there. Huh? Right, okay. Why does it sound like me? Goodness, I'm so sorry. But ladies and gentlemen, into the podium right now we got 2% in first, Holland in second. See what we've got here. So currently 2 hours and 44 minutes left until the session. 2% in that is usually there. Holland and Little Black quite close together as he's going into the sharp right-hander. Little Black looking for the move on the outside, fails to do so, and now holds it. Holland remaining in second place, however, he does have that penalty, he's going to have to get rid of it at some point. And Evan is casually catching up, is he? Oh, he might have been. Has he been lapped? Might be getting lapped, yeah, I can't tell. Oh no, wait, hold on. I can't tell because of the standings. No, he's third. Australians have a good strategy. Yeah, I mean, we all know that this was. He did well in the last stint. Managed to then at least. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gavra Racing. Yeah. Share play? Why am I starting share play? Alright, I'll try now. don't even know if I do that on the PS5. What was only. You can actually do that on the PS5. Oh wow, you can actually do that. Wow, look at that. Right, so that's how I'm controlling it at the minute. That's genius. That is a big brain maneuver. Right, I'm gonna show you the best. So Evan is slowly gaining on Little Black. Everyone's left for the soft compound. I don't think no one else has gone for the medium compound. Tucson just getting past that Porsche in 9th place. And Group 3. Oh, and meanwhile though, Ruthley Style and Evan, these two might be going for a little bit of a scrapping there on them in particular. So keep an eye out on these two in particular to see what happens. Okay. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, also if anyone wants an interview, you are more than welcome to come up on the commentary box, come join us, and we'll have a little talk, we'll just talk about how your stint's gone so far, or if you are waiting for a stint, just feel free to share with us. Pretty quiet though up here in the comment. Alright. How long was it available? We've got quite a while. But in the meantime, we do have 2 hours and 39 minutes in the session. But welcome everyone, welcome Tim, how you doing man? Bonnie Eagle, great to see you. Connor, Damien, how you guys doing? Hope you're having a good day. Yeah. Yeah, I think we're just having that interview sorted like right now, so. Yeah, until Byron turns up. Might as well do this interview. Ah, here it is. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm, well, pretty tired.
Yeah, 3 hours around Le Mans, yeah?
Wow, I mean, start went off pretty well. I mean, just hit my lines, getting consistent lap times. I mean, we got helped a little bit by Thunder, Holland and Rick Holt having a little fight. So
Yeah.
the gap came out to about 2.5 seconds, and we were able to maintain that. The first pit stops went reasonably well, and then, yeah, I was pretty happy.
You quite consistent around the track. How did it feel going around the same track for 3 hours consistently? Because like one mess of it could be costly in terms of time. How did you find that?
I mean, compared to the 3 hours of Spa, it's a lot. It's a very big different mindset. I mean, obviously with that it was 1 hour stints, but you constantly had a corner coming up. With Le Mans, it's very different because you've got the Mulsanne Straits, you've got the straight that comes into Indianapolis, and one momentary lapse of concentration and you can find yourself running a bit wide, maybe losing 2-3 tenths, or you can go off the track completely like I did a couple of times.
Yeah.
So it's really, really hard to maintain a smooth rhythm. But I mean, kudos to everyone that's participating. I mean, they're doing a really good job at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, 3 hours in particular, it's quite complicated. You know, you gotta keep your focus for 3 hours. Did you feel like any sort of stress before you did this or anything, or were you just feeling confident?
You know, there was a bit of nerves, but I mean that's pretty much kind of expected when you're doing something like the 24 hours. But then after a couple of laps, you get into the sort of rhythm, and you feel like it's another GT Sport race. And then when you're hitting the lap times and they're consistent, I mean, in the last stint I was constantly in the 3-minute 20s, and I felt right at home. And then I bang in a fastest lap, and it's a case of, okay, I can push a bit more, lean on the tyres a bit, and then when you find out that you look in the top left and the gap to the leader's coming down, it's a case of, well, I think we can get him. It's a possibility. We had a bit more fuel than punts in the Toyota, but the Toyota is very good at its fuel and its tyre conservation. So I mean, it's a no-brainer that they're doing the one-stop, but it's very interesting to see how that strategy plays out over the following coming of hours.
Yeah. So what? I mean, I don't really want to lead into your plan, but like, was there any? What car did you go in? Was the?
We've chosen the Audi R18.
All right. What was the? What was there any particular reason you all chose the Audi?
I think just overall it was kind of a no-brainer. I mean, it was either between the Porsche or the Audi. And having experience of driving both cars as a kind of a team effort, we kind of just agreed that, well, we'll choose the Audi. Yeah. And I mean, qualifying last week was kind of like a little, well, I wouldn't say like a preview, but a little insight, because it's quintessentially like a boxing match. The Audi's faster in some areas, and then on the straights the Audi's pretty fast, and then in the final quarter of the lap you can really see where the Porsche can make up its time. Yeah. Because the problem with the Audi is the battery, you don't really get much battery unless you put the brake bias to the rear, but with the Porsche you're constantly getting that battery deployment, which is great for acceleration, but at a cost. Your tyres do get ruined. Yeah,
I mean, I think tyre management is it's quite difficult, especially in the Audi. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I mean, on the first stint, call it the first portion of the 3 hours, it was about lap 12, lap 13, and I was already made a couple of mistakes, and I said to my engineer that I don't know how long I can go on these tyres, but Black Country said to me, we'll just try and extend for a couple of more laps, see what it's like. And once I kind of calmed myself down mentally, just keep it on the tarmac and you'll be fine. The lap times went from, I think, 3:23s back to low 3:22s.
Yeah.
And then you're waiting a long time in the pit stop, so you can just relax a little bit before you do all the work again. And especially with the last pit stop we made, we knew it was going to be quite close on fuel. So constantly had to manage that, give constant updates, but it wasn't too much of a challenge.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's for people starting out new, they'll obviously find it a challenge. Some people, like yourself, Toussaint, Thunder, Holland, Ripley style, they've had a bit more experience, so like obviously got an idea of what it's like. Do you think there was any other challenges? Like, do you think was going to be like a huge challenge for you in the race? So was it Thunder, as it was Pace, Holland, or who did you then?
I think, to be honest, it was more of just finding out what lap times everyone else was doing, because, I mean, Holland was quite a big threat at the start. You know, you want to, as a driver, you want to get ahead of him before, you know, the first couple of corners, which is obviously what we did. I didn't want to leave it too late to go on the start line, but I kind of wanted to keep him napping a little bit, catch him off guard. And I mean, like I said before, we got lucky with them fighting, but I mean, it was unlucky for Thunder having the damage at such a midpoint in the lap, especially as I think he had engine damage, which obviously severely affected speed. And unfortunately, I think he's a lap down, but I'm sure that his team can salvage what they can and get a good finish out of it.
Yeah, of course, man. Just before we quickly end on a quite short interview, but is there anything you want to say to all those drivers about go on track, or for those who have been on track? What advice would you want to give to those?
The advice I think I would just give is just keep focusing. I mean, the main objective is obviously keep it on the tarmac, but you can't afford to lose focus. I mean, like you said, the more experienced drivers like Rick Hole, Holland, Thunder, they obviously know what they're doing. But for the new drivers like the Australian team, UNEM, I mean, they're relatively new to this. So you just got to keep it consistent, hit your marks. You know, if you've gone a bit early into a braking zone, think, okay, I could brake 20 meters earlier for the next corner, or I can just keep it safe. And in my words, I'd just say keep it safe. I mean, I've been prone to a couple of accidents because of missed brakings and a bit too opportunistic. So there's still a lot of time left in this race, and you know, when fatigue's obviously going to become a part of it, so just you got to keep concentrating. That's all I'm really going to say, and good luck to everyone.
Alright, well, thank you very much, man, and I'll probably see you soon, because I think you're joining me.
Yeah, at 8 o'clock I will be in the commentary box for the first time ever, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, we'll walk in the back for you.
Alright, thank you, Dan.
Alright, you take care, man, thank you.
And you.
Alright, well that was Bonnie Evil, giving a short interview. Let's see what you guys have said in the chat. So the Audi needs 20 less horsepower to even have, yeah, I'd agree with that. I'm just going to shout to say that word. The Porsche steering is awesome. Well, I was using the Porsche Quali. It is quite a decent car. It's nice to turn into the corners, but I think you've got to be pretty consistent with it. The epic battle going on with the two last guys, yeah, but we're keeping a close eye on them two guys in particular, because these two are probably the closest on track. But speaking of close on track, we've also got people in the group 3, so keep an eye on them in particular. Let's see what else we got here. Damien says Ripley style under the pump. Yeah, damn right. I mean, he's doing quite well, but meanwhile, we've got two of the back drivers having a little bit of a scrap, the Porsche and Antonio. Will the Porsche look for the move? Keep it close on these two days as well. as they're going to the last two corners, getting that sharp, quick S's, now into the slower S's as they go towards the line, and keeping on these two because these two in particular, these will look for a move. I will be back as soon as possible. Just DM me if you need anything. I'll try it out. Yeah, I mean, I was meant to be taking a little break for the Byron, but if you need a break, it's alright. Don't worry about it. But yeah, chaps, who are you guys voting for the teams? Who is your favourite team so far? Who do you guys want to win? Do let us know, and we will probably talk about it. But yeah, these two in the group 3 in particular, my lord, these are having a little bit of a scrap. They're not living up. So I'm just keeping an eye out on these two in particular. But let's just browse through different drivers. Also, Wickley Styles and Little Black is going to have a little bit of a move. Little Black there, tucking in behind Wickley Styles, going a little bit wide on the exit, smooth in the entry. As we go make our way around the final sector, going down towards the quick S's and the sharp S's towards the end. Here we go now. Oh, that guy must have lost a bit of time because he was like slow there. Let's have a look. But yeah, these two closest on track at the minute. But yeah, you can't complain. So, you know, but yeah, in around about, I think it'll be around about 25 minutes, ND is going to join us in the commentary box, and yeah, see how it goes. But yeah, apologies if there's nothing much to talk about. I mean, it's 24 hours, which is bad, but we'll try and get some commentary in here for you guys. I'm gonna have to. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna have to jump out for a bit, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna take. Well, I've obviously got stuff to do. But yeah, Byron will be back with you shortly. Alright, for now, we'll just keep an eye out on Wickley Styles and Little Black, these guys. I'm gonna be battling out, see if you can get in the positions. But yeah, Byron will be back. I think we're just all taking a breather because it's a lot to take in. But yeah, sit tight, guys. Don't go anywhere. And yeah, we'll talk to you in a bit. Hopefully, Byron gets back shortly. Okay, so we'll talk soon, guys. And you'll be probably seeing me in Stint 3. I'm gonna be joined by Bonnie Evil. I'm gonna be doing a full stint of 3 hours hopefully, and yeah, alright, well until then, wait, hold on, save us a minute. Alright, well we'll talk soon. Alright, you all take it easy. Obviously the stream will be left up.
hello, I am kind of back for like temporarily. I am gonna be eating, so I cannot commentate. Obviously Dan went, understandably. So basically, as soon as I can be back, I will be back. Not much else I can really say. I'm really hungry, so I will be eating very quickly. So as soon as I can be back, I will be back. But as you can see here, battle on track. I think that's about the nearest one, really. There's not really a better one. No, there is no better battle, so that is the battle I shall leave you on for the time being. But I will be back as soon as I can, so I'll be back whenever I can be. 2 Cent leading, Holland Campion in second, and Wiggly Stout in third. We are back, baby. Here we are. Lap number 18, just under an hour into the stream. And Toussaint is still leading the way by 28 seconds. Toussaint's not actually bad. However, TTG Evan does hold the fastest lap of a 3-minute 20.0. Now, not bad, not bad. Place to return. Diswood, the Australian, in his second stint, racing in the first stint, is actually getting blue flags now. However, there's blue flags for his teammate, Little Blacko, which these shots always look cool. You get both of the track stars in the same shot. If now if we swap over to Little Blacko, we should get beautiful shots like this. You do love a good shot of two cars running the same livery. Looking very nice on the circuit indeed. These are the shots we like to see. As God, that Group 3 car gets all messy on the exit. But still, very, very nice. And we are back for some more racing action. I think Toussaint's got a pretty convincing lead, surprisingly. I didn't think he would actually be very good. Not to be harsh. Although he has lapped the Group 3 cars at least twice. So 3? No, he's lapped all of them 3 times? No, he's lapped all of them twice, and some of them 3 times. Going on to 4. Timo Gertes comes into Le Pitlan. Here we go. Pit stop for Timo Gertes. It's mostly a fueling stop, I think. Is it? Yeah. Oh, I got a front fuel. And there we go. Should be not even a full tank of fuel. Interesting. Well, he comes Maverick there, running 7th, well, 2nd in his class. Diswood 1st in his class, and Wiggly Style currently the back of his class. So interesting stuff here. We are not looking terribly right now. Stint number 2. Also, the audacity from some of you guys in the chat. I'm loving this commentary. Keep it up. Was that when there was no commentary? Oh, that's great. Oh, Macca's, that is an incredible comment. I love that. You can tell who... You can tell who's pit in this race. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Honestly, I know I was downstairs eating, so yeah, it was kind of my fault. But you know, I was hoping I would have a co-commentator to cover the entire time I was eating. Hence why we kind of ended up with this no talking period. However, we are back. I am hydrated, and no longer hungry. Apparently commentating is actually quite hungry work, because I was absolutely starving, because I hadn't eaten since about 12:30. So I was getting a bit hungry, and no longer. However, I am slightly concerned I am going to lose my voice, and I want to do another stint or two tomorrow. I genuinely really enjoy doing the commentary, so I might sign myself up for a stream or two more. It's been quite fun. Oh, it's available to maybe even do another one going later tonight, maybe. Could we do 3 in a row, do you think? What do we think, chat? I mean, I know you've got Dan, who's supposed to be live streaming it, and Benevil, who's co-doing it, but oh, I do really want to do it. I do want to do it. Oh, because I could totally do 8, the one after this, so from 8 till 11, and then, is that 8 till 11? Yeah, I could do 8 to 11, and then maybe 8 AM to 11 AM, and then finish it off. What do we think? Well, congratulations. At least you're doing it with a good league, that's for sure. Yeah, I want to know. What do you think? Because I'm looking at the stream thing. I could, in theory, see if I can do tonight. Just mug down. Yeah. This is GT Sport. More specifically, I think it's just GT Sport. It's not GT Sport 7, is it? This is, yeah, Gran Turismo Sport, which is a very good racing game, if I do say so. You can design your own custom liveries. As you'll see, all of these teams are running their own custom liveries, custom decals. It's very cool. Indeed, we've got 2 categories here. You've got the Group 3 category and the Group 1 category. The Group 1 is the faster category, and the Group 3 is the slower category. Well, Toussaint is looking in a pretty good position right now. His tyres are pretty nice. He definitely won't be able to do what we saw some drivers do with a 1-stop, which was crazy. Little Blacko could do it. He's looking in a great position to potentially, if he could just get to the 1 hour and a half mark. We're getting a bit more settled into this race, but there's not massive drama, I think, right now. There's not really much to comment on. And the fact Evan's not far behind little Blacko. So that could be a bit of an interesting story if that battle continues to emerge. Evan is going to have to pit shortly, though. I'd only say you could probably do this lap and then would have to pit. Blacko's in a great spot to do the one stop. He's not even that far through his thing, so I've just changed the camera settings because why not? Is my answer for you. Now, Little Wacko is being, I wouldn't say hunted, but he is being gained on by Evan. But Evan's going to have to pit at the end of this lap. It's just a bit too late, I think, for Evan to really make massive strides at this kind of stage. I'm really hoping the ND comes along. Because I'm kind of hoping he's gonna come and give us a hand here. So, 2 cents in the pits. Right. Oh, Toussaint came in, and so did Holland Campion. Comes that Toussaint in the lead. Full tank, and basically off he goes. Pretty good stuff there, Little Blacko. Having a very big rear end squabble there. Evan also comes into the pit lane. He's got the fastest lap so far. So he's in a pretty good shot at potentially gaining a place. If he can, well, potentially get past Little Blacko. We saw that the one stop wasn't the greatest strategy, as funnily enough, the driver who was in Little Blacko's car for the first stint, he tried the one stop and it didn't really work. Yes, it gave him that track position, but this is very good and easy to overtake at tracks, so he was quickly eaten alive per se, and well, could you believe it, but we are now 4.5 hours in to the 24-hour event. Now bear in mind, we are going to get delayed over the time. So yeah, we are looking a bit behind on the schedule. However, there's nothing which we expected. There were going to be a few delays, so it's no big deal at all. Evan is really right up the chuff of Wiggly Star. Wiggly Star seems to have not had an issue per se, but he's just not had the greatest of times. Also, in the stream chat, someone has said Fortnite. So, yeah, that's what we're playing, guys. Welcome to the new Fortnite update. As you can tell, that they've really perked up the realism and made everyone not cartoons, and the cars go really fast. Yeah, it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, exactly. And you use your cars as the guns. It's really good. Interesting. I've not really got anything going on in the group 3. I think this is very much a bit of a interesting. Other than Timo Gertes, he's losing a chunk of time. Oh, but these guys are running at like 4-minute lap times. I'd say that, but like the kind of leaders there are running 3:40s, so it's not bad actually. Evan's still looking very handy. He's not far behind Wiggly Star. And well, Little Blacker is 27 seconds behind to Stint. I wonder if the one stop is gonna work for Little Blacker. He's gonna want it to, but it might not pan out in the end, which I think could be interesting. So definitely keep an eye on that. Also, Stint is tantalizingly close to that fastest lap on his last attempt. Wonder how he's going to do and if he can get the fastest lap. Because I know I did say he's bad, which in some respect I still stand by. Yeah, that's what I think. I think he needs to be much closer in order to actually get the strategy to work, I think. But we'll find out in due course as to how this strategy pans out. Now, we've got a bit of time, because there's not all too much action really happening right now, other than Evan. He's kind of gleaning a bit on the Wiggly Star. We've still got a bit of time until I'd like to see anything happen in there. So, I want to know your thoughts. George Russell to Mercedes. Obviously, it's being rumoured a lot. Obviously, we've got a bit of downtime. I know not everyone's going to be an F1 fan, but most people will be, so it kind of works. George Russell, obviously, it's being rumoured he'll go to Mercedes. How do you see it? Where's Bottas going to go if George does go to Mercedes? How do you see it panning out? Bold, realistic, whatever you want, go for it. Give me some bold predictions. What happens? Who's at Mercedes? And what happens to, the other driver? Ooh. George to Mercedes, Bottas to Williams. I think it's realistic as Evan gets past Wiggly Star there. There's not much competition there. Yeah, I think Bottas could, and emphasis on the could, guide Williams in the right direction, but I think George has also led them in the right direction, so it's like, is Wiggly Styles going to try it? This is interesting. He's actually done it. Fair enough, you know. Yeah. But I don't know, like, would maybe Alfa Romeo consider dropping Giovinazzi for, you know, would Alfa Romeo consider dropping Giovinazzi for Bottas? Because has Giovinazzi proven his worth? I would argue not, to be honest. He's had quite a few seasons now, so he's not bad, you know, like... And he's not controlled by Ferrari anymore, that's the thing. So, like, Ferrari can't go, can you put this driver in? They can just, you know, Alfa Romeo don't want Giovinazzi, they can choose not to have Giovinazzi. Russell to Aston Martin and Bottas to Alfa Romeo and Lance to somewhere else, but I don't know. Where, I don't know, but maybe. I think that's a bit too bold. Like, to assume that they would drop Stroll for Russell, like, I don't think that would slide because of Lawrence Stroll. And I don't think Red Bull are going to want to have... Like, I know Russell, Red Bull obviously said they would take Russell, if, you know. But I don't think that would be a main Red Bull seat. I have a feeling they would just give him an AlphaTauri seat. And just say, go do, you know, what you do best. Like, I don't think they would drop Sergio to give him a Red Bull seat. I don't think they can't drop Sainz or Leclerc because they both have long-term deals at Ferrari. Deals which extend past next season. So, yeah, I think this is all... I like this kind of thing. Also, Holland is not having a very good time there. He's just lost out to Little Blacko. Although Little Blacko is still running very solidly. Yeah, like, nearly an hour and a half in, he could pull off the one stop. Just as to whether he can get to Saint or not is a whole different question. But yeah, like, the F1 silly season is always great. I love F1 silly season. I think next season it's going to be crazy as to how many drivers move, I think. Like, I think the knock-on effects of Bottas being dropped by Mercedes potentially, Russell going to Mercedes, could cause a lot of shockwaves. You know, because if they do drop, you know, Latifi for the safety car. Oh, that would be great. Is it bad I'd want that? You know, safety car driver Nicholas Evans just taking a bit of a stroll in the gravel. Lance Stroll. Yeah, I think that'd be funny. New safety car driver Nicholas Latifi. I mean, I would argue, in all fairness actually, Latifi's pretty safe. Like, he really doesn't have many incidents, does he? He's not had... Has he had any big crashes that I can think of? No, not really. I mean, there again, it's a bit hard to crash with anyone when you're like P20, but... You know... No one's paying attention to where he finishes, they're just paying attention to if he has any crashes. I mean, Mugello last year, though, wasn't exactly caused by him, so... Okay, we'll just go over... Give me some predictions for this season. Obviously, we're now, like, 9 rounds in, but give me some predictions. How do you think the rest of the season is going to pan out? Who do you think's champion, constructors? Give me basically all your in-season predictions for this season, because I am very curious now, and I'm way too bored, because there's not much on-track action right now. That is bold. I asked for bold, but I think I was too bold in a way. Russell for a top 8 finish. Oh, the absolute scenes if he did. I am not gonna lie. The absolute scenes if he did. However, I do unfortunately see it as unlikely. Like, Mercedes drama, I mean, that's going to happen anyway. Like, I mean, they've got to decide who their second driver is, and they're insisting that if they drop Russell, they'll make sure Bottas has a future in Formula 1. Where exactly that future is going to be very funny. So, yeah, I agree with that. Mercedes drama, very likely. Oh! That is a big incident there. That's a lot of damage on Holland Campion. Surely he's going to come into the pits at the end of this lap. Don't know what happened there. If Hamilton keeps swiping out Max, Hammy wins. Max is definite favourite. I think, in all fairness, I think Max overall is the favourite overall for this season anyway. Like, people want to see someone other than Lewis win. But I think if Lewis manages to get it, like, legitimately without many crashes or incidents, then I think he's more than deserved it and proved that he is a capable driver. Anyway, lots of damage on Holland Campion's car. Comes into the pit lane with engine, rear, front and suspension damage. It's like Pokemon, you got to get them all. And he's done exactly that. Unlucky for the Virgin Racing car. Evan is still hunting down now what is P3, could be P2, because remember, you still got Little Black out here who hasn't done the one stop yet. Okay, I do in part agree with that as a prediction. I think they will definitely have a few more comings together. However, it depends. What do you consider as like a crash? Because, like, you could argue that Mugello, when Hamilton got that bit of bodywork when they kind of came together, like, you could argue that's a crash. Or do you identify a crash as something that ends someone's race? Or, you know, a bit like, or do you just identify it as Mugello? No, not Mugello, Imola 2021, where Blimmin Bottas got annihilated. So yeah, I don't know, but I'm liking these bold predictions for the rest of the F1 season. Keep them coming. And then I want to know some bold predictions for next season too. Because I do quite like a bold prediction or two. And these aren't bad. These aren't bad at all. Alpine for a podium. I think they can do it. I think on the right track they've got a good car. It's very unlikely they have a good car. Wiggly Style has lost to Evan. I didn't quite realise it, but I was too busy talking about Alpine getting a podium. Well, this is all looking very interesting so far. Well, I have now sneezed, hence why there was temporarily no audio there. That's because I was sneezing. So yeah. Anyway, besides the fact I sneezed, what is going on the track? Wiggly Style moved back up into third place after Evan overtook him temporarily, but that was short-lived. By the way, these cars are crazy good around the circuit. I drove one yesterday just to get a feel of the circuit ahead of the race, and it is fun. It is very fun. Oh yeah, they are bound to clash wheels again. I would argue there'd probably be another race-ending collision at some point. I just don't like... Here's my perspective. Obviously, I am British, so you could claim this is biased, but a lot of Dutch fans obviously got annoyed because Lewis celebrated, and, you know, Lewis, you know, did this, that, and the other. However, if it was the Dutch Grand Prix, if it was Max who had taken out Lewis, would the Dutch fans not celebrate? Like, it doesn't matter how your home, you know, driver gets there, but like if they're leading a race, right, you're gonna be happy for them. And from my perspective, I think the crash had big implications for the championship, which I think in turn makes it better for the fans. So I actually say that incident was more, yes, it's a turning point, like it changes the perspective of the season, but I think it was still, yeah, a lot of the abuse Hamilton got was very uncalled for. Incredibly uncalled for. And I am frustrated at many people for, you know, the way he was treated. You know, the fact he was abused so much just annoyed me, and it is appalling. Anyway, let's stop talking F1. There's not actually really anything going on the track. Well, you know, anything you want to mention F1 related or just racing related in general, unless it's Formula E, because I don't like you at that point. I don't think they would... Yeah. See... It's as to how, like, you want to see it. Because, like, those people could have been cheering because Max was out, or because of the implications it had on the championship. You don't exactly know. Unless you actually went up to each of them individually and went, hey, why did you laugh? Like, or cheer, you know, like... I think it was better for the sport, though, that that crash happened. Like, yes, Max and Joss might not be happy, and Lewis probably isn't happy either, but, like, oh well, it's better for the sport. Oh no. Like, yeah, if that crash had happened ages ago, dead. You could argue that about a lot of collisions that have happened recently. Romain Grosjean, take that a while ago and dead, you know? Like, it doesn't excuse it, but it does coincide with. Because you can take more risks knowing, you know, you're going to be safer. I don't know. Honestly, it's very hard to judge these incidents that happen, to be honest. Like, I don't know, to be honest. Anyway, Evan is closing up again on Ridley Star for another time as Little Blacker comes into the pits. I'm so great. Right, that is the one and only pit stop for Little Blacko, who comes out bottom of the class in P5. What can Little Blacko do, though? Can they fight back to the front? 1 minute 55 is the gap to the leader. You'd argue probably not much he can do. But we are going to find out. Well, it was a very good stint, in all fairness. The question is, how can he fight his way back through? And it is his only pit stop, so he's got to make those tyres last. Yes, indeed, all of the Group 1 cars are on the lead lap. I don't think that is the case in... Hang on. Hello. Can I, like... Oh, okay. I don't think that's the case in the other category. It's not, I don't think. No, it's definitely not. But yeah. Oh. Evan is up into second place now on the road. as ND finally decides to join us. Ages in. Alright. Hello.
Hey, I'm so sorry for my delay.
It's a problem and not a problem at the same time.
Alright.
Absolutely incredible reaction there. You will only see that.
We can discuss it later, I guess.
Oh, okay. Right. Gap from 4th to 5th is 18.1 seconds. As it stands, it's obviously subject to change. I like how I say that is subject to change, like, you know, these cars aren't going like 180 miles an hour. You know.
Yeah. There's a lot of slowdown penalties I'm seeing at the moment.
Yeah, I think these drivers are very interesting with how they do it. For some reason,
Yeah.
they seem to not serve them because they know they'll make a mistake, and that's when they'll serve them, which seems really smart.
Yeah, I mean, Una Maverick has a 7.2 second slowdown.
He might want to slow down.
Well, to be honest, it's a better strategy to just wait until, like, you maybe run wide in the corner and it goes down. If you do it a multiple amount of times, it will work.
Oh yeah. Well, you'll feel... Oh, he's disappeared temporarily. Hang on. I'll wait for him to come back so you can make my joke. He's back.
It seems like he's
Oh, sorry, I was gonna say, but you must feel nice and represented. You've got a Irish man in second.
In second?
Yeah. Evan. TTG Evan.
It was in fifth for me.
It's because of the order they crossed the finish line. Yeah, it's about to change, but...
Yeah.
It will change as they all cross the finish line. But yeah, he's second place. So you must feel nice and represented.
Yeah, oh, that's Antonio who spun?
Indeed, the Atom Racing car.
Yeah. I don't know how to say that name, but I just said Antonio.
Bumper and engine damage. That's not very good.
It's gonna be bad.
And a bit of suspension.
Yeah. Is it heavy damage?
Yeah.
Oh, he's definitely gonna have to pit then.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I've seen quite a few drivers get some damage. But Toussaint, I bullied him because he was, I said he was going to be slow. He's the opposite of slow. He's currently leading by 1 minute 37 seconds.
Yeah. And it's amazing seeing everyone. They're just absolutely on it throughout the entire lap. It's really interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, there's still 6 more lobbies to go after this one, which is a lot for anyone wondering.
But it's spread out across a team of people, so...
Oh yeah, it's spread across a few people, hence why it's not too bad. It's a bit annoying that my car couldn't race. So I was going to enter a team, but we couldn't get enough drivers.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I had a friend who was gonna. He said he was gonna race 12 hours, but he just couldn't find someone else to do the other 12 hours.
Yeah, well,
Which is amazing to hear.
did you see the livery?
I did, yeah, it's very nice. But there's some excellent liveries here as well. I've got to say, the livery Wiggly's is using is by far my favourite.
Because it's the McLaren.
Yeah.
Thought you were a Max fan, hang on. He has betrayed Red Bull for the McLaren Golf livery of Wiggly style.
Yeah, he really has.
So, if anyone ever wants to win over Indy, just send them a Golf McLaren. That's about the best advice I can give.
Yeah, so, was there anything to report from the first hour or two since I was kind of late?
Not really, but I also ate, so
Oh,
I don't know. Evan has come back
Was
from... Evan was 5th,
oh, right.
I believe. I think he was bottom of class.
Alright, it's really interesting seeing all the Group 1 and Group 3 cars on the same track.
Yeah, and they've got to lap each other.
You wouldn't want to be driving the Group 3 car, I'll just say that.
Indeed. Well, this is certainly spicing up. Co-commentator is from Ireland. I have no idea where in Ireland because I don't care.
Where are you going with this?
Someone asked in the stream chat.
Alright.
They said where is co-com from county-wise?
Oh, I'm from Dublin.
There you go, there's your answer, Dublin.
Oh, so is the audio okay? Because I know there was issues with Saint's audio after.
I believe it's fine now. If it's not, I mean, I'm hoping they can hear you. Can you hear co-commentator, and if so, how well?
Yeah. But Toussaint has got a massive lead. I mean,
Yeah.
he's Evans just going onto the main straight now, and Toussaint is like nearly at the end of the lap. Actually, speaking of Evan, look, he might be about to get overtaken by Holland Campion.
Indeed. I've also been alerted that PMT, which is the team Evan is racing for, is an all-Irish team.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Well, I did not, so... I know that, I think they are all Australian. I'm correct?
Yeah, or I would have really wanted to annoy them and say New Zealand, but I won't. But yeah, it is Australia.
Indeed.
But Holland Camping seems to not have been able to make his way past Evan yet. Obviously, there's the chicane, which makes it harder, but it seems like there's not much switch because he's actually losing time.
There's not massive amounts of stuff going on. And what did you see?
It was just Evan got a lot of oversteer coming out of the last corner there, so I thought he was going to stick it in the barrier for a second, but he didn't, so he's all fine now, and I got overworked for nothing.
Understandable. Well,
Alright.
Stint is looking pretty good right now. But you gotta admit, someone in a great position right now, well, arguably in a great position, is a little Blackout. He is the only driver doing the one-stop. For some reason, that car can do a
Here comes
one-stop.
Halicapia. And Evan, actually, sorry to cut in, but they're going wheel to wheel.
They are.
Well, they just were. It always happens when you say they're going wheel to wheel and then one of them backs out. It's like they're listening in, but yeah,
That's
going
exactly
back to what you said there.
I was just gonna say that little Blacker is doing a one-stop. No other driver is doing a one-stop.
That's brave.
Well, it did work out for his teammate. His teammate was leading due to the one-stop. However, we kind of deduced it is not going to probably work out so well because he's not got like a gap, basically. He's not got the actual. He's not got the actual advantage bit from it. So, you know, you kind of need the advantage bit to actually do good. So, hence I deduced it probably won't work out. However, he can still try.
Well, I mean, he's in P5 at the moment, but it's last in his class at the moment.
Exactly, and no one wants to be last in their class. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, it sounds extremely professional, which it is, I guess.
They're last in class.
Yeah.
Okay, that does sound kind of cool. Also, this is a very interesting way to spend my first day of my summer. Broke up for the summer holidays yesterday, which means that.
Oh yeah, you got off very late for that.
Yeah, and I'm straight up doing Gavra 24 hours the day later.
But it is an excellent competition.
Indeed it is. A worthy one at that.
But yeah, I'm interested on how T-Saint managed to pull 1 minute 42 gap. Did he pull it by just pure pace, or was there a pile up at the start, or what happened?
I believe it was just pure pace. I've not seen anything which tells me otherwise. He's continuing to extend the gap as well, so I genuinely think he's got massive pace. Which is very uncharacteristic for T-Saint. I'm really insulting him here. I'm really hoping.
You really are.
I'm really hoping he can't watch the stream right now, because otherwise I might not be doing many more Gavra streams. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on the matter. But if you never hear from me again, you know why.
Yeah, but T-Saint is still setting purple sectors, so he's actually. Do you think he'll make it to the end on that fuel tank? I'm not sure.
I mean, no. He's definitely gonna have to piss again.
Oh,
and this is for most drivers it's a two-stop. However, there's quite a few. There's like, it's mainly the track stars, which is the orange and the yellow and green car. They've been trying a one-stop. They tried it in the first race and it didn't really work out. Now they're trying it again, and it probably won't work out again.
Yeah, and actually Wiggly's in the pit, so
he is indeed.
Yeah.
I hate the pit camera because it takes so long.
Yeah,
the
it's
car to
awful.
actually come in.
Yeah, an excellently dressed pit crew, I must say, though.
As in 1080p 60 FPS, you see a pit stop and the refueling of the car as it eats fuel. Because, yes, we eat fuel, obviously.
It's drink, I'm pretty sure. Also, can I just comment on the pit exit on this track on Cirque de la Sarre? Because I don't know if it's just me, but I always think that it's the lane on the right that you have to go out on. If you're coming out of the pits, you either go left or you go right, and I always go right for some reason, which is the wrong way. I don't know if anyone else has that. But
I
do you
don't
ever?
even know what you're on about, to be honest. And I drove this track
Yeah.
yesterday, so...
I'll stop now since I'm confusing people.
No, but I think Wrigley Style comes out. He's got a full tank of fuel. I mean, in all fairness, the fuel tanks, we figured it out kind of ish. The different cars obviously have different fuel burning rates. Basically, on average, your fuel tank can last about an hour if you fill it up. So, in all fairness,
you could make about three pit stops since it's a 3 hour.
Well, no, because you start with a full tank, so you can go about an hour in pit, and then an hour, and then pit, and then go to the end.
Yeah, sorry.
But we've obviously seen the track stars. They've done the one stop. And they did that in the first race. They came pretty close to the win, but couldn't in the end. So they're trying it again.
Interesting. Yeah, and going back from the start, I remember Une Maverick has lost a tenth in their 7-second penalty, so it's only 7.1. It was 7.2 before. I feel like I need to make that noticeable, but yeah, it's now 7.1 seconds, so yeah.
Yes. Hey? There's an interesting message in the chat. Byron Abs ND. Oh. I mean, that's a very interesting point, though. Also correct and to abs for me as well. I mean, we're either just weird people, urban evil, or you're just being screwed over by autocorrect.
I don't think that would be a case of autocorrect.
I don't know.
I mean,
anymore.
how does it correct and? Anyway, I won't put you on the spot.
Thanks, how nice of you.
But yeah, actually, while we were talking about that, I saw Evan. I think he ran wide at about turn 4, turn 5, and I think he outbroke himself and ran wide. So he might be feeling a bit of wear on the tires. Who knows?
I mean, you would expect to start feeling a bit of wear relatively soon to where his tires kind of are, but he's not been massively struggling that I've noticed.
Yeah, it might though.
It could indeed. Maybe he is beginning to crack a bit under pressure. Which is always a very good possibility. Very good observation, Mr. ND.
Yeah. And And yeah, Wrigley Styles setting purple sectors now, I think. So he's obviously got the hammer down. I guess it's hammer time for Wiggly Style. He's got a 31-second gap to make up on Little Blacko, who won't be pitting again unless severe damage is inflicted.
Yeah. Just because we've got basically a bit of empty space here, because there's not really anything happening. You saw my Instagram post.
Hmm?
You saw my Instagram post. My meme one.
Oh yeah, Pain. Yeah.
For those of you not aware, I changed one of my old accounts to a F1 meme account, and the first post was about there's an account on Twitter which basically every day says if George Russell has signed to Mercedes or not, and it said no, so I put the Pain meme over it.
Yeah. And then, if you look at the timer, we're exactly an hour to go now.
Yeah, an hour to go in this stint, which is crazy.
Yeah,
Like, there's
totally.
a lot of hours. I think this time tomorrow, we will have only basically just finished.
Yeah.
Because obviously there'll be breaks and that between the lobbies and things, so there'll be like a bit of space which will get lost every lobby. So
yeah.
that's a lot of chaos, basically.
So Stint 3 will be delayed?
Yeah, so basically there's been a little bit of a break between them whilst we wait for drivers and stuff, so chances are you'll see Stint 3 be delayed slightly, but not by much. I'm probably talking...
Not by the extent I was told.
No, definitely not by like 2 hours. You're probably talking maximum 15-20 minutes late.
Oh yeah, that's fine, yeah.
On third stint starting. But obviously that will accumulate overnight, Andy, so come tomorrow you might be starting your stream at like 8 AM as opposed to 7.
Yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow at 8 AM.
Oh, I meant like 9 then. Whoops.
Yeah, by myself.
Oh, I threw my name in the hat for that, actually.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, because I said I will do the one literally right after this, which will be 9 hours constant streaming, by the way. And then I will do tomorrow probably 8 till 11, and then hopefully 11 till the end. Which would accumulate, by the way, to 15 hours worth of commentary.
Do you not need like a strepsil or something?
Do I not need a stretcher?
Strepsil.
Surprisingly, I don't really lose my voice, but that's probably because I talk too much already. I have just self-burnt myself. Oh, well, that's rude.
Yep.
I mean, yes, I left the window open for you to insult me, but didn't you have to.
Anyway, let's get back to the action, shall we? So the gap between Wrigley Style and Little Blacko is now at about 30 seconds, so it still could happen. Wrigley Style catching up to Little Blacko, as actually Wrigley Style broke too late for that corner there and ran very wide. Are there names for the corner of this track, by the way?
There are, but I don't think anyone can be bothered to learn them because there's so many.
Yeah, I mean, like, who wants to... I hope there's not... Imagine every single corner is named in the Nordschleife. It's like that.
I don't know. Honestly, I am not all too bothered about track things.
Yeah.
Track things, you know.
Yeah, but...
You are.
What else is happening?
Let's learn all the corner names.
No.
Because we're bored.
We could maybe do it if the action goes down, but the action is kind of high up at the moment, so we might...
What do you mean? The closest battle is 9 seconds.
We maybe do that tomorrow, maybe? I don't know. We need to save things.
We need to save things, yeah, fair. It's basically it's some of the team people.
Oh yeah. I'm done. So, as I think Evan's coming up to lap Wood, who's currently the leading Group 3 car at the moment, which he must be absolutely chuffed with because he'd be doing very well for himself.
I don't know, but like he has been lapped like 5 times nearly, I think.
Yeah, but he's in a Group 3 car.
Yeah.
And everyone who's lapped him is in a Group 1 car.
Right.
I mean, like, he's a minute ahead of Maverick, who actually has. Oh, how funny! Look at that. This guy down.
Anyway, besides the point, Toussaint is leading. He's doing good things. As I said, the nearest battle is 9 seconds. That's TTG Evan and Holland.
Yeah, I mean Holland has built up a gigantic gap now because it's at 8.8 seconds, and there's only a few laps ago where he passed Evan. Although, to be fair, it is quite a long lap. Still, you get my point.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Although we don't sound very excited, in all fairness.
Well, you see, I was just in a 2-hour car journey, and I think you've been commentating for 2 hours. Actually, 6 hours at this stage.
Not 6, but
it's bordering 6.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually Timo Gutz in the pits, but yeah, if we do sound, what's the word?
Dead.
Dead, yeah, dead. Then it's because there might not be anything to talk about. As actually Evan's in.
Final stop.
Yep.
Ooh, I think he's going to lose the place to Black. A little Blacko.
We might ride on board with Blacko. Maybe you keep an eye on Evan and I'll keep an eye on Blacko, or...
I don't know, I'm going to keep an eye on Evan. Evan's in.
He is through, little Blacko is through. But if we could just ride on board with Evan as he leaves the pit, he leaves the bits. If you see, there's 2 lanes kind of when you go out of the pit lane. You see, there's one that goes up the hill, and there's one that.
I see.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to be pretty stupid to take the wrong lane out the pit lane.
Yeah, but I am stupid, and I know there's a lot of people who are stupid as well. So. Well, no, maybe I'm the only.
That's a bit rude, in all fairness to the people.
Well, I didn't mean like anyone here.
Oh, you mean like me?
I meant like people generally. Yeah, you was one person.
Oh, okay. It's fine. I'll be stupid. It's fine. I'm lying. I'm dying inside.
Anyway, as we see, there's some support for Evan in the chat.
Why am I not surprised? Honestly, Evan is a pretty absolute unit. He was very strong in the early stages of this race. He was convincingly the closest challenger to Toussaint, and he was looking very strong until, guess what? He wasn't. And the moment you don't look strong is bad. I know. I'm very good at what I do.
Anyway, Ridley Style is now the last in his class, but not to worry for Ridley Style because he's still catching people up. Evan is catching up with Little Blacko. Can Little Blacko hold on to a podium for 50 more minutes? I guess that's a pretty big ask, I guess, but it's the time will tell, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he's certainly a very good driver. I think all of these drivers here are incredibly talented. They're certainly doing better than I could ever do. But there again, I'm not racing because I'm bad. So, oh well.
But you're a good commentator.
Huh? Was that? I'm a good co-commentator.
What?
I don't know what you said.
I said you're a good commentator.
Oh, I thought you said a good co-commentator. Let's go.
Oh.
In a Gavra politics.
I wouldn't sink down to that low level of self-praise.
You totally would.
I would, to be fair. But yeah, we're already 2 hours into this. Over 2 hours into it now.
Yeah, we are so good at what we do. Obviously we are just better than everyone else. It's the only acceptable answer, to be honest.
Yeah, and also, if we're on the subject of penalties, have you taken notice to the slowdown penalty that Una Maverick has?
That's like a large one, isn't it? It's like...
Yeah.
Of course.
But, yeah. But there's... Moving swiftly on, I guess. There's a lot of support for Evan in the chat, so it's clearly that Evan's a fan favourite.
Maybe.
I think it's certain, because there's loads of people cheering him.
No, they're totally cheering me, because I'm obviously... I'm gonna win.
There's come on Evan, support the GOAT, of course. Evan should catch the Aussie.
Yeah, but you don't know this, but I am Evan.
Yeah. Anyway, Ridley Style is 12 seconds off Evan, so he hasn't been able to close that gap down. Little Blacko's actually been holding his own very well at the moment. The gap hasn't really gone down as I think Evan or Ridley Style would have hoped for, so the Aussie might be up for a podium if all goes well.
Yeah, I think I can really do this.
What?
Yeah, I can definitely take the podium here, you know.
Yeah, although as I actually say that, Evan has just pulled a second in on Little Blacko, so maybe Evan's listening to what I'm saying and how he can't catch Little Blacko, or maybe he isn't. Maybe he's just, it's hammer time and he's put the hammer down.
I mean, yeah, I'm literally here with you now, so...
Yeah.
I should stop. Before someone,
Why do you claim yourself as Evan?
because Evan's obviously an absolute unit. That is the only
And
acceptable
you
answer.
aren't.
I am not a unit. Evan is a unit. Hence why I am Evan.
So who's driving?
Me.
Who's commentating with me?
Also me. I'm multitasking.
But let's get back to the action, shall we? And focus on what we're supposed to be streaming.
Yeah.
So
It's fine, I'll focus
I
on my
think
race.
I think Toussaint he's gained about 2 seconds since we complemented his gap to P2.
Yeah. I mean, Toussaint's a unit.
Yeah,
You'll be hard to.
you could put it that way.
You'd be hard pressed to find someone who doesn't think Toussaint's a unit. Because
Well, you're talking to one right now.
right now your opinion is unwanted because you didn't say Toussaint was a unit.
I can live with that.
And only big brain people know Toussaint's a unit.
Oh, so you don't? Alright. Evan is on a purple lap at the moment.
I am
So we
absolutely
might want to
outraged.
watch until the end of this lap. I'll keep monitoring if you want. You can
What,
focus on
Evan?
something else. Or, yeah.
I was already watching him because I'm that good.
Oh. I thought you were him.
I am, but like I've got like multiple accounts.
Oh Jesus. You're impossible, you know.
I know. Don't worry. I know.
Alright, but we do want to see the end of this lap from Evan. It's no longer a purple lap at the moment.
Then why are we supposed to be watching it? Hang on. Evan's on a good lap. Evan's not on a good lap. But continue watching not good lap. Are you drunk?
Why don't you suggest what else we're gonna watch?
Fair point, let's watch Evan. He's on a good lap.
He's gone back to purple now. See?
It's because I listened, right? Right, I'm gonna stop pretending to be Evan before I genuinely confuse someone.
Yeah,
More than I already have.
Confused me and everyone in the chat.
Evans should catch the Aussies. Okay.
Yeah. But Evan is coming around the last 3 corners. He's actually brushed the wall then. He's a second up on his lap. Is it gonna be a purple lap though?
For me, it's not showing he's on a purple lap.
Me neither. But he's on a personal best. He's actually gotten his penalties increased. But you can see he's absolutely he's absolutely pushing it down the track, and it is a
second slower.
Oh, a second slower. Oh. Yeah, it was fun while it's lasted. Alright, let's actually. Holland Campion's actually pulled in a second on Toussaint. What?
Don't
worry. I kind of am worried, but. Right, who should we focus on next?
Anyone who's near another car.
Alright, that'd be no one then.
I mean, Evan's the closest one to another car. We
Yeah,
started off
just
really close and it
focused on
has
Evan.
faded very quickly.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't there for when it faded, but sure, there's some action. Has actually someone gone off? I'm not sure. I don't think so, but Antonio has let through Timo Gertz. I guess that's how you say it. He's lapped him, so it's the man in P8 lapping the man in P9, so interesting to see. Oh. As I love how there's not really an interval from Giswood to Wiggly Style, I guess because they're not in the same car or same class of car.
It's not because they're not in the same class, it's because I think it's more than a lap.
Oh, yeah, that's probably the reason. But Une Maverick is in, so if you want to show another high quality pit stop, feel free.
1080p, 60 FPS pit stop coming right up. And it is a pit stop. And fuel goes in car.
Oh, Holland Campion's in as well.
Ooh, he is. We can get 2 high quality pit stops. That's really cool.
We can admire the livery as well.
Yeah. The Virgin Racing Le Mans.
I wonder if it's a reference. Anyway, that's actually put Evan up into P3 and little Blacko up into P2.
It's not put him up into P3. It's put him.
He might get him. He might get him.
He does.
He did. But can he keep it on the track? He can, but Holland Campion's coming back.
Okay, we've got a bit of action here, surprisingly.
Will he get him on the straight?
That's a good question. Will he get it on the straight? The
Doesn't seem
answer
like it. They're
looks
about
to be
break
no.
for sure.
Yeah.
2 seconds in, actually. As Holland Campion.
Another high quality pit stop, anybody?
Oh no.
It's
Holland
another.
Campion actually rear-ended. He rear-ended.
Will little Blacko find himself? He won't find himself leading the race, that's for sure. Don't know why I even had to ask that as a question.
Me neither.
Oh, we've got a pretty spicy battle here. Evan is currently third, looking to chase down second, with Holland Campion behind, looking to demote him to fourth.
Yeah, and Diswood is now in it as well, so a lot of pit stops are happening.
Indeed.
As Evan's actually going to get the benefit of lapping Group 3 car there, which is not going to benefit Holland Campion at all. Actually, Holland Campion's gonna get him now. He's got the
Indeed.
run.
Yeah, how's the run?
They're will to will
Oh,
though.
Evan's gonna try hold it.
But he can't, and the crowd in the chat goes wild.
No, mate, the crowd goes mild.
Oh, it's the chat goes wild.
No, crowd goes mild.
Right.
Well, 2 hours and 24 minutes in, and I could have another 3 hours for this. I certainly need a drink after this stream.
Go on, you can go get an alpha now.
No, it's fine. I can go till the end, but I just need a drink between. I'm probably in the middle of
Alright.
next stream.
Yeah.
So I don't die of dehydration. It's fine, because it's the summer holidays, which means I can probably, you know, like... Alright, hang on, let me just quickly go on the PlayStation app, because I'm gonna say something on stream which could be funny, if it's relevant. Well, it's not relevant to racing, but it's relevant to funniness.
Alright, I'll cover. But,
no, it's fine. I'll literally be a few seconds. I'm just checking. I'm just loading the
I would like to point out that Wiggly Style has dropped back from Evan and Holland Campion. And now
No
the
surprise
gap
there.
is 4 seconds between Holland Campion and Little Blacko.
Interesting. Well, I have found what I wanted to find. I can tell you that my mum is currently playing GTA 5 online.
Oh, lovely.
Yep. She is currently playing GTA 5 online, and she is... Oh, I don't remember her age. Like 30-something. Hang on. Let me math.
Yeah, and trying to see what's happening on track at the moment. Nothing in particular at the moment. We might just want to monitor a few gaps and intervals, but apart from that, nothing really to talk about. So, anything else you want to mention about it?
Other than the fact that my 36-year-old mum is playing GTA 5 online, nope, I'm good.
Alright. I'm really interested in this gap between Little Blacko and Holland Campion because, I mean, there's half an hour to go. It's a 3.7 second gap, and Holland Campion is gaining on the gap. But it's going to be interesting. Will Evan be able to follow Holland Campion, or will he not? It's definitely going to be interesting.
I think the answer is probably yes, to be honest. I think, like, if you are, especially like right now, Little Blacko is lapping nearly 3 seconds slower. Like, his tyres are dead by every sense of Bono.
Yeah, and actually that's Holland Campion making a mistake in Evans through.
Ooh, interesting. It's extended the gap significantly, though. By nearly 2 seconds, I think.
Yeah. Little Blacko will be cheering inside that little cab of his.
I don't think he will, because he still knows he's got massive pressure from behind. It's alleviated some of it, but he's still got half an hour to try and fend off the drivers who are probably on a much faster strategy. This is like at Monaco. You can do a one-stop if you get track position because the cars can't overtake you.
Yeah.
But the 2 stops better. This is a track where the 2 stop is certainly better, but but the one stop gives you track position. However, you can actually overtake at this track, so track position isn't as powerful.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm very surprised that they've gone for track position both times over the two-stop, which I think is the better strategy.
Yeah, but I guess it plays into account that there will be fights from people behind, and I guess that's what's happening, because Evan and Campion are kind of fighting. As Evan moves over to break the slipstream, and Holland Campion decides not to follow, but he does now. He decides to break for the corner. Yeah, that's a smart idea, I guess.
Smart idea, break for corner.
Yes, but he's got a great run now. Will he be able to make the pass? Is the main question now. If we may be right on board, we can just see he's practically bump drafting him.
Indeed.
It's also a very good time to see if there's any message written on the back of anyone's car, and I believe that Evan does not have anything written on the back of his car, as Holland Campion yet again gets a better exit than Evan. But once they're both up to speed, Campion can't really make a pass, but he's getting closer this time.
He has got slipstream, so he's got a slight advantage on speed. He does pull over. They are side by side. As Evan, well, he takes the inside line. He is kind of holding the position, but Holland should get him on the exit. Oh, Holland slots behind. Interesting.
Yeah, he gets a tire on the grass.
Yeah.
But
I think these guys.
back.
Yeah, I think these guys need to stop fighting and get on with it.
Yeah, but that's gonna benefit Little Blacko heavily.
Exactly, but they both want to get him, so stop fighting, get on with it. Very nice.
I nearly thought Holland Campion took out Evan there in the high-speed corner. He nearly understeered into the rear right tire of him, kind of similar to the incident that happened at Silverstone last weekend on lap 1 in cups between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. But we won't go into the incident because it's an absolute rabbit hole. Like it's incredible. There's so many biased opinions, so many different opinions. It's just not worth trying to wrap your head around. But the most important thing is that Holland Campion is still behind Evan, which is still benefiting Little Blacko. He's only got 28 minutes to hold on for. He's got less than half an hour. Can he do it?
Yeah, well, as Ben Evil said, they should be working together. I guess that's a bit easy to say when your main driver is currently running first place, Ben Evil. But
yeah.
I guess.
And I mean, if Toussaint did have a spin, he would be safe, I think, unless he got damage. But he'd be able to pit and
it would have to
restore
be
the damage.
substantial.
Yeah.
Because almost 2 minutes ahead of the next car. Like, yeah. I'm sorry, but
he's on fresh tires.
Yeah. He's pretty calm right now. So
yeah.
He's in a really good position right now. And it seems like they've stopped fighting Evan and Holland, and they've kind of decided, if we work together, we might actually be able to get second.
Well, one of them will get second, so I guess they'll work together for now, and then
the gloves will come off.
Yeah. Go at it. Yeah, that's. I never understood that phrase, but yeah, that's the right phrase to use.
It's basically, you just send it. Gloves come off is basically just a phrase for when you go maximum attack and yeah.
Yeah, as I think if you ride on board with Evan, I think you can actually see the little speck in the distance of Little Blacko's Group 1 car. His teammate is Diswood, who just let him pass, and he's now going to let Evan and Holland Campion pass. Will there be a little team order strat, or is he going to let him through? I'm pretty sure he's going to let him through. Yep, he will. So, yeah, it's all perfect there, but this might actually help Holland Campion out a bit, as he's got the slipstream on Evan, but the corner comes too fast, and Holland Campion can't make an impact on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. I agree, Ben Roberts. We do love the McLaren Golf livery that Wiggly Style is running. It just...
No.
What?
I don't know.
You just said no. I said me gusta, because it's me like.
In what language?
In Spanish, me gusta means I like. That's about the only Spanish I know, by the way.
Why do you know Spanish?
That is the only 2 words of Spanish I know, other than C, which means I know 3 words.
Alright, but Holland Campion is trying to find every way past TTG Evan. I don't know if I have to say the TTG every time. I prefer saying Evan. I don't know if anyone
Just
else
say
has
Evan.
Yeah, Evan. I have a friend called Evan. That's
I
not
think
relevant information, I know.
Evan's in a good position right now.
Yeah.
Because Holland has that penalty. You've got to make a mistake to serve that penalty or slow down to serve that penalty. So either way, it's a pretty good position to be in if you're Evan. Because right now you've got... Okay. Evan moved across to kind of cover that and make sure that Holland couldn't actually get past him. Yeah, that was a big mistake. I thought it was going to go into a wall there. Managed to hold it.
Yeah, tires must be fading.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're not fading per se. I think he's still got plenty of grip. I think he was just a bit too aggressive on the curbs.
Yeah,
I think that really
or just too much throttle.
That is always a possibility.
Yep.
We will never know. Well, we will actually when we ask them.
So, come on. I think there's been support for Evan before. I think if Evan needs any support, he's going to need it now. So, if you're supporting Evan, maybe drop a message if encourage you're interested in him. I don't know, but
I don't even know if he's watching the stream.
It might be a
would
good
need
idea.
Your help.
Tire wear, Byron. Do you want to show the tire wear between second and fourth?
Oh, you can see there's pretty substantial tire wear for Little Blacko. He's doing the 1-stop, so he's going right to the end of this race. He's definitely got a lot less grip than Evan, and as you can see, well, Holland has even less wear than Evan does. So Little Blacko has the most, Evan has, I guess you say, the middle, and Holland
Campion
has the least. As there they go, well.
Yeah,
very nice.
sorry to cut in there.
No problem, no problem at all. Hello there.
Yeah. General Kenobi.
No. Limespark Gaming, I know you were racing in Stint 1, I just can't remember your in-game name, so oh well. Unbelievable, it's not looking good. No, it's not looking great for Little Blacko. Could potentially fall outside of the podium positions for track stars. However, it is looking very good. If you are too sane. I mean,
it's been looking good all the race.
It's literally from start to pretty much end. I mean, I know we're not there yet. He's also on an absolute flyer right now. What's the gap between 7th and 8th? I can tell you the gap between 7th and 8th is over a lap. It could end in tears. I'm hoping it doesn't, Anyway, Toussaint is on a flyer, so I want to see what he can do.
Here comes Evan's opportunity now. He might go for a move on Little Blocko. Little Blocko actually might get past twice on the main straight. Is it going to be like a Hakkinen Schumacher moment for Holland Campion or Evan? I don't think it will, but that's Little Blackout out of the podium positions now.
Oh, that's Evan up into second. Oh, no, not
Nope.
for long. Holland Campion just butchers it into it.
And Little Blacko actually goes for a bump draft on Evan. Which is actually benefiting Evan a lot.
Interesting. Well, Evan goes up into second for the time being. Little Blacko goes down the inside, tries to get both of them, sends Evan off. Evan's up to cut the corner there because of that incident. It's not going to be a very happy Irish man in that car. I have no idea what Irish people say when they're angry, so just insert Irish swearing or something here. I mean, Beneville said it could end in tears. It's not quite ended in tears, but God, it wasn't far off, that's for sure. As Blacko falls to fourth. Dodgy that?
Yeah, as I guess this battle isn't over yet, though, with Evan and Holland Campion, so it's going to get spicy towards the end. Emphasis on spicy, as you could probably tell in my voice, but yeah, the gap is about 4/10, and it's gonna be interesting. As actually, here comes Holland Campion again. Evan covers off the outside, and Holland Campion goes for a neat move up the inside. As wheel to wheel with Evan now, who's going to come out on top. Evan has the inside line, Holland Campion on the outside line, goes for the switchback.
Beautiful switchback. Evan's still there though. He's not.
Yeah.
And last time Evan got overtaken by Holland Campion, he clawed it back beautifully. I'm wondering if he can do exactly the same as he did before. We have 18 minutes left, by the way. The laps that we've had set here are faster than they were in Group 1, so we could actually see 54 laps potentially in this race, as opposed to the 53 we saw in the first.
Yeah, could be a possibility.
Could be interesting. Some drivers, though, will finish, well, ages down. As some drivers have only just started lap 40. Bearing in mind, we are currently on lap 48, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's been going really well.
Holland Campion, half a second in penalties. TTG Evan with 1.3 seconds of penalties. I want to know, who was it? It was Maverick who had the funny number. He no longer has the funny number.
Unfortunately.
Well, we still have plenty of action to go. As Evan's looking for the move. He's up into second, going into the braking zone. Will he hold it into the braking zone? The answer is no. There again, Holland kind of didn't give him much space there either, so kind of wasn't very nice. He will, however, try it down the inside. God, you must be loving this, you Irish man of ND. I don't know why I mentioned the Irishman, but I just felt like it. You must be loving the fact that Irish and Dutch are going wheel to wheel. However, Britain still comes out on top, as per usual, because, well, Britain. That's the only answer, to be honest.
Anyway, let's see the gap between Holland Campion and Evan. It's about 2 tenths. Campion is he's getting very good exits out of the corners. Evan's getting him well on the entrance to the corners, but there goes Holland Campion. An easy move. Not even before the straight has started. Wow. As we see now, what else is happening at the moment? Nothing else really, but it's Holland Campion and Evan who's giving us all the action at the moment, as I think Byron's left me. So
I'm not, I'm just quickly reading something. I'm just trying to figure out something.
Alright, mathematical problems with Byron, everyone. You've heard it here first. But it seems like Holland Campion is kind of putting out a gap on TTV, or Evan. He's pulling out a gap on Evan at the moment. It's about 7 tenths, so unless Holland Campion makes a mistake, I don't think Evan will be able to pass him anytime soon. Or it might have to be hammer time for Evan. You can see Holland Campion has a significantly higher amount of fuel than Evan does. I had to repeat that sentence 3 times, I'm sorry. Otherwise, Ludwig Stahl hasn't managed to close the gap on Little Blacko that I think he would have wanted to. Little Blacko is still holding his own very well. The Aussie is holding himself well out in P4. Was in P2, but actually I might be eating my words now, because as you can see, Evan is only 3 tenths off Holland Campion, so the battle resumes, ladies and gentlemen. It's round, I don't know, out of rounds, who knows, but here comes Evan down the main street, and is an easy pass for Evan there.
Yeah, it seems an easy pass, and then something happens, they make contact, or they've got something. There's always something that happens, and then it just changes again. So I really have become all too used to just accepting that the other driver will probably get back past within a lap. As Dan joins the chat, you're a bit early, mate. You still got 14 minutes. So hold off for the time being, and that actually scared me internally. Evan is looking very handy right now. As he has managed to keep away Holland Campion, the Dutch driver versus the Irish. And well, for once, Ireland will actually come out on top on something. Well, in a battle, because, well, they have a very poor history of ever doing that, so... Sorry, I've just insulted all the Irish people. Oh well, that's fine. There's not many anyway.
We'll just ignore that there. And we'll see Holland Campion actually swooshbacks Evan again.
I told you, literally, an overtake will happen, and then within a lap, it's been undone. But that's the circuit de Sarre for you, in all fairness. The 24.
Yeah.
This is our 24-hour of Le Mans. This is great. Just you actually swap drivers and stuff, and like the lobby restarts with new starts, which keeps the field close, which is pretty cool. Because it means you make a mistake, you can recover, but someone else will recover for you because, well.
Yeah, that's the beauty of both long races. It's not over, or it's not won on lap 1, and it's definitely not lost on lap 1.
Oh no, unless your suspension is dead, or car is dead, at which point, it's over. Yeah, that's also there. a thing.
Yeah. But
Well,
that it's most likely not going to happen.
I mean, I'd hope so. I'd hope it wouldn't happen.
Yeah. As I believe someone's coming up to lap someone, there's blue flags where Timo Wirtz is. I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah, we've got about 10 minutes left now, so this 3 hours has absolutely flown by.
Well, I mean, you were only here for an hour, so...
Yeah, but this hour has flown by then.
It always does. I mean, it feels like I've been commentating for 3 hours, and I've actually been doing it for 6, so... Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Evan is going fast, is my answer. And he could potentially get back P2. However...
Yeah, here he comes.
Yeah, he doesn't...
He does. He outbreaks himself so
He's in the
much and goes
gravel.
into the gravel. That's Genjid Evans' plans. No, I think more than Genjid Evans' plans at P2.
P3 isn't bad, though.
Yeah.
I mean, and he has still got, like, nearly 10 minutes to see what he can do.
Yeah, but he's got less fuel, he's got more worn tires.
The less fuel means he should go faster, though, because, well...
Yeah, but he has less engine modes. He can use, like...
He's got 10 minutes, he could pretty much run max power, I think, until the end.
Alright, fair enough. I take back what I said.
I mean, I don't know, to be honest. He could try some heroics into Sandoval.
There's no Sandoval here.
I know.
Yeah. You're incredibly dumb.
No, I know there's no Sandoval. I just felt like saying it because it sounded cool.
Alright. Moving back to the action. There isn't much action.
The action has been concluded.
Anyway, we've got less than 10 minutes now, so... Last time I checked there was more than 10 minutes, but now there's less than 10 minutes, so... Interesting fact there.
Sorry, that's a great analysis.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's see what else is happening. Shall we maybe ride on board with T-Sign and see what's put him 2 minutes ahead of the rest of the time?
Just being good, isn't it?
Yeah, but we want to see where he's gaining time. What's he doing that makes Saint faster than everyone else?
Braking later and not braking so much.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just having confidence on the pedals, taking as much curve, maximizing the exits of the corners, everything like that. I guess it all just adds up, and it's given him a 2-minute gap from him in P1 to the man at P2, Holland Campion, and then it's an even bigger gap behind Holland Campion. So absolutely blown away, I guess you could say.
Indeed. Well,
that's actually, speaking of Holland Campion, he's about to lap. He's about to lap Una Maverick.
Well, no surprise there. Group 3 car getting lapped. I've seen that quite a few times already. But yeah, all of these results, by the way, come the end of this race, will be taken into account for the next race, if you were wondering. So don't worry. The results don't just get thrown into the bin. They
Yeah.
are
So actually,
geniuses.
could you explain how the scoring system works, or how do we determine the winner?
So, think of it almost a bit like sprint qualifying, right? Whoever's first come the end of the 24 hours wins. So, whoever wins this quote-unquote race, right? This stint, as we're calling them, right? They start on pole for the next stint. And then whoever finishes that race first is on pole for the next stint, and so on and so forth. So, right now, if you take the results as they stand, right, Toussaint starts on, whoever replaces Toussaint starts on pole for next race. Whoever replaces Holland Campion will start second for next race. Whoever races as TTG Evan will be third next race. So on and so forth for the entire field. So you don't have to replace the driver, so I think it's Diswood. He's been racing the entire time. Someone else has, but I can't remember. I think it might be Maverick, I believe. They've both done double stints. Diswood has been racing since just before midnight in Australia time, and he'll be finishing at gone 5 a.m. Australia time. So he has been racing from very late into the night until very early in the morning, so the dedication from that team is unreal. But Toussaint is coming across the line now, will be very shortly, to start the 53rd lap, and he should get a 54th. I did say about that. And he will indeed, by the seems of it. And, well, some drivers be potentially, in fact probably, finishing on lap 44 instead of 54. So that's some interesting stuff. Yeah, the Group 3 cars do get lapped a lot.
Yeah, because they're just not as fast as the Group 1 cars, I guess you could say, but they're built for a different category.
Indeed. Well, Evan hasn't been able to claw back on Holland Campion. Little Lacko hasn't been able to really been able to get him either.
Yeah.
Well,
So let's see, is there anything else happening?
Diswood has suspension and bumper damage.
Oh. That's interesting.
They're probably not going to pit because...
Yeah, I don't think he should pit.
Well, I mean, he has got a minute to the nearest car, so in theory they could, but...
He could, but you could do whatever, but it would probably be a safer idea to just try to get to the end.
Oh yeah, sure. Everyone is doing great, says Ben Evil. Yeah, I think this race has been pretty good actually. There's not been any big crashes or anything yet. No even real instances. So yeah. Well,
I guess go down, you are right. He could pit him and push for the last one, but I don't think he can now because it's the last lap, and if he had pitted, he wouldn't have been able to push and get the fastest lap. Well, not that he would have, but he would have probably gotten it in his category, but not overall.
Toussaint will get a 54th lap in this race. By the way.
Wow, that's going to be really interesting. No one's done that so far, as have they?
I don't believe so. Hold on. Let me just
Alright.
quickly check. Stint number 1. No, so it was 53 was the final lap in stint numero 1.
Alright, so
Toussaint gets
is
one
breaking
more.
records.
Yes, in hindsight, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's exactly a record, but you know. Sure.
Alright.
Well, for one final lap, Toussaint will complete. I think he does another stint tomorrow, actually, or later. So, in all fairness, he probably will do some more. But for the final time in this stint, the second stint of 8, Toussaint will probably take the lead. I mean, he's got a 2.5 minute advantage, so I'm not sure, you know, he's exactly going to lose that. But yes, he has done incredibly well, in all fairness, to lap people like he has done here. It's very crazy, for sure. I mean, I just want to see.
Yeah.
You know, I want to get his reaction, in all fairness. I want to know what he thinks.
Yeah. It would be very interesting to find out, but I doubt he'd be giving his reaction now. As, yeah, it is the final lap for everyone. The timer has run out. The clock has ticked down.
Well, it's not yet, because Toussaint hasn't crossed the line.
I know, but it has ticked down. Like, there's not going to be another lap yet. That was my point.
Oh, fair point.
You fool. But anyway, I think Colin Campion is going to be the first to actually finish.
Yeah, to finish, but he won't finish first.
Yeah, racing can be confusing like that sometimes.
It can
Especially
indeed,
to
but Holland Campion goes through the final chicane for the final time and will cross the line. P2, TGG Eben, stunning, stellar drive from the Irishman, and he will be third place, as fourth comes Little Blacko, alongside his other team of Diswood, who finishes sixth, first in the GT3 class. I think it's not GT3, it's GR, but you know, whatever. As Toussaint will now be the next one. No, he won't, because there's some people faffing about at the end. Wiggly Style will cross the line in fifth place as Antonio Koo decides to do some donuts to celebrate, finishing ninth, which I'm not sure if is exactly much of an achievement. But Toussaint 0208, despite me absolutely slagging him off and saying he was going to do absolutely atrocious, he wins his stint in the Le Mans 24-hour. Congratulations, Toussaint, for proving me wrong. Maverick will come across the line and finish 7th place, as, well, Timo Gerthes will be the next to cross the line and will finish in 8th.
As we're just going to wait for him to cross the line, and then that's going to be the end of the race.
Yeah, like, I want to see if I can get Toussaint to give a bit of an insight, because he's had an absolutely stellar drive to finish nearly 2.5 minutes ahead of any other driver. That is I don't have to tell you that is mega. One victory. Congratulations to Saint. You took a pole position and you had the fastest lap. And I just realised there's a very nice tribute to the NHS on that car. And I must say, I do like it very much. Well, what an interesting way to round off a very exciting second stint there. Toussaint took the win there. Surprisingly, for me, I think I wasn't expecting him to take the victory, of all people. I didn't think Toussaint was going to be the one standing at the top step. He proved me wrong. I did say I didn't think he was going to win, and he did the one thing I didn't think he was going to do. I am aware that Benevil has joined us.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, you're the, I guess, quote unquote team principal. I guess over.
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm the team principal, but you know.
I mean, were you in a party with him? Were you in a party with Toussaint?
Yes, I was just in a party with Toussaint. Yes.
Well, I mean, give us a bit of insight then. What was, obviously he's pretty stellar drive to finish 2.5 minutes ahead of any other driver. I mean, kind of what was his reaction?
Yeah, his reaction was actually pretty normal. It wasn't. I don't think he was really too phased about it, but I mean, when you finish that far ahead of the next driver, it does leave a lot of confidence within the team. But yeah, I think that maybe the Australian team, they might have went a bit too long on their strategy for my liking, but I'm not directing their team, so.
I mean, yeah, you're talking about a completely different team. It's a completely different kettle of fish per se, but I mean, I'm guessing you're going to be pretty happy with the performance from Toussaint. Obviously, it puts you in a good position, winning twice in a row. Do you think that can be carried forward into stint number 3? Do you think you can take this all the way to the end? Like, what are your kind of? Do you think you can take it all the way?
Expectations, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, what are they?
I mean, it would be nice to win the third stint. We got Play Dutchy as our driver for this stint. Obviously, 2-time GT Sport champion. But you know, it's anything can happen. You know, it's never an easy thing to do. Obviously, you got to keep your concentration. But yeah, we're happy at the moment. We're in a good spot. I think either a lap or 2 laps ahead of everyone else. But I mean, it's 24 hours of Le Mans. Anything can happen.
Obviously, you won't be just dipping. You will be staying. And Toussaint's intro is, "Have you ever had a vegan sausage roll?" Which I'm very proud to say I have not. It sounds disgusting.
I have not had a vegan sausage roll either.
No. Anyway, for you guys watching the stream, that is going to be it for stint number 2. We are about to restart. It's been 3 hours, 15 minutes, and 30 seconds. And I'm about to restart the stream for the 3rd time, because yet again, I will be doing a 3rd stint, meaning that come the end of it, I will have been streaming for nearly 10 hours straight today for Gavra Racing. So we'll see you in just a few moments when Gavra Racing returns for stint number 3.